Is ammo hard to find? Are you on the hunt looking for ammo? The shelves are bare? Stay tuned. I'm going to tell you what to do during this great ammo depression.
What's up, world? It's me, Gary with the G. Click, click, bang.
What's up, world? If they only would have told us that in 2020 we would not be able to find ammo, what would you do to prepare? Like many others, with the bird flu going on, with the social unrest going on, with the unemployment and people working from homes and the elections going on, people are scared. They're scared. They don't know what to expect. And I think that bird flu showed what people are capable of doing when they don't understand what to do or they are not prepared. You can't find this, right? Can't find this, right? If you check around, you could find it. You're not going to pay what you paid prior to the bird flu that came on. So let's say around December, January, prices weren't like this. Ammo, 9mm ammo, went for about 16 to 19 cents a round for target ammo. Now, that same ammo is running 68 cents. You do the math. That's not even double. That's not even triple. This thing is 5 times what it was worth just days ago or months ago. So, my question is, what can we do to avoid this happening in the future, or how can we still prepare? Well, one thing is, keep searching. Check your local gun stores. They get in shipments every now and then. Sometimes they'll tell you when their shipment day is. A lot of people are going to limit you on the quantity you can get. Maybe it's 2 boxes. Maybe it's 4 boxes. Maybe it's 5. Maybe you might have to wait in line just to get in the store to hopefully get your hands on some ammo. Okay, if the stores don't have it, you can always check online. Keep checking, keep checking, keep checking. A good time to check is late at night or early in the morning. I happened to find some ammo that I'm not going to say is cheap, but it was 5.56 rounds, and they was going for 60 cents a round. Is that expensive? It is. It is very expensive because they run about 27 to 38 cents a round. Sometimes 50 depending on which round it is. So I found these rounds for 60 cents a round. I said, you know what? I'm not going to just buy 1 box. I bought 1,000 rounds. Not to hog, but I wanted 1,000 rounds set aside. So each of these boxes here are pretty much about 500 to 1,000 rounds. I didn't buy this overnight. These have been sitting for a while. So check your local gun stores. Check online. A good option is practice, practice, practice. And what I mean by that is go to your gun range. Gun range ammo is always pretty much available. I see now that they are limiting how many rounds you can have at the range. Sometimes it's a bag, sometimes it's 2 bags. How is it in your gun range, in your location? Leave me a comment, I'd like to know. But in this area, they're letting you get 1 or 2 bags when you go visit the gun range. So save your ammo, go to the gun range, and use their ammo. Usually their ammo is probably about $20 to $24 for 50 rounds. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's better than $1 a round. Because I've seen 9mm going for $1 a round. That's, I don't even want to, that's that country monkey shit right there. I don't believe that they could put $1 a round for target ammo. But that's where we're at right now. Capitalism at its finest. So go to your shooting range, practice while being able to utilize rounds. If you find it online, if you can afford, don't buy just a box. Get a case and just keep it stored there. Keep them stored until you might need it, because it might come a time where we can't even get ammo at all. What do we do then? That brings me to the next thing, because I have different styles of firearms. You know, you got 38, you got 9, you got 45 long Colt, you got 40 Smith & Wesson, you got 22 long rifle, you got 380 auto, 223, and I think there's 382. So I have different styles, so I don't just buy one, I buy different varieties if I find it, you know, because I could switch up firearms if I have to. You may not be able to, so if you can't, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Find it, and you might pay a little bit more, but don't get gouged. Do not do it, no matter what. Don't do it. I'd rather you go to the range, buy 2 bags, only use 1 bag, and you keep a bag for yourself. Do not get gouged, because you're making it worse. The other option, save your brass. Save your brass. You heard me right. If you go to the range and you're letting off rounds, that little projectile that falls on the floor and start dancing on the floor, keep that. Put that aside. That's brass. It's reusable. What do you think the Rangers do? They keep all that brass and they either reload it or they sell it and make a profit to be able to afford more ammunition to store in their stores. You do the same. Why? This right here, this is smokeless, pretty much gunpowder. This right here is a die set. I bought a Hornady reloading press. So I plan on making my own rounds. Here are the bullets for that die press. Now you notice I do have the igniters. I don't have it on the table, but I do have the igniters for the rounds, but I don't have brass. There's no brass here. Why? Because I save my own brass. When I shoot, I kindly pick up my brass and I take it back with me, because I know I'm going to be able to wash that brass, reload that brass, and now I have more ammunition. So now I'm stocking up on just the bullets itself and the gunpowder, and even this is flying off the shelves. You can't even find this hardly. It's more readily available than per se a box already made, but I'm stocking up on gunpowder, bullets, and making sure I have all the die sets needed to make or manufacture the round. In this case, it's a 308 Winchester. I have 9mm. I don't have a 380 or any small handgun ammunition at this time, but I'm still saving the brass, because it might come a time where I might have to reload that as well. So that's what you can do if you want to stay relevant while these times are going on. And I know people are scared, man. They panic buying. They're going and buying firearms that don't even make sense. I see people walking in the store buying you know, pretty much muzzle loading firearms. They don't know. They don't know any better. Do your research. If you find your firearm, cool. Go to the range, get you some target rounds. But besides target rounds, you need to have home defense rounds. Now, home defense rounds is expensive, but I see that you can really find home defense round a lot more easier than you even find target rounds. Why? Because, you know, a lot of times it's going to be $1.24, $1.25 a round. But that's not to really just shoot every day. That's exactly what it's meant for self-defense. I keep saying home defense, but self-defense. So don't get gouged. Do your research. Check your local gun stores. Check online. Look into reloading, because reloading isn't cheap. By no means. It doesn't save me any money, by no means. If it's not just expensive, it might be more expensive, but guess what? if ammunition stops or they decide to pass some crazy law where you can't buy ammunition or you're subject to a certain amount of ammunition, I won't be able to manufacture my own. Just a thought. Not saying you got to do it, but these are some tips for you to stay relevant in this great ammo depression. Or is it so great?